My name is Jean-Jacques Kajuga. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Switch.
Yeah. So what can you say about the message on what motivates eCash to participate in this year's InfoTech Forum conference?
So Switch was established sometimes in 2018. Basically, eCash is a product. The project that implements eCash is Rwanda National Digital Payment System. The idea is to address three problems. One is financial inclusion, second is financial accessibility, third is digitization. And this from a national perspective, because today financial services is seen as a utility. How do we make it a utility? The only way to make it a utility is to make it accessible and affordable. And through eCash, we are trying to address all the bottleneck because we had a market that was fragmented. By fragmented means every institution was negotiating interconnection with financial institutions bilaterally. So the idea is we shouldn't go into bilateral integration. We'll have one centralized infrastructure that takes care of that. And that is what eCash is doing. We sit at the intersection of financial institutions to facilitate digital movement of money where every institution is able to pay and send or receive money from anyone. It means single integration, you are able to have access to all the financial services provider in the market, and that of course the final beneficiary is the customer. If institutions are able to save money in integration, that saving is passed to the customers, reducing the cost of financial services.
How eCash using technology to improve financial inclusion, especially for underserved community?
So mainly the underserved, the fragmentation that I was talking about was happening on a level of institutions that have big size. These are big banks, these mobile operators, but these excluded small institutions like microfinances that are operating in some remote areas were not integrated, because this bilateral integration usually is based on size, based on volume. But the message of eCash is everyone is eligible to integrate. It's not a volume based, it's not a size based, everyone is welcome to integrate. So technology supports them to also to be digitized, to be part of the ecosystem. So microfinances, so a small institution that is serving 5 people has equal access to the switch to the institution that is serving over 5 million populations. So equal access to access the switch, which is eCash. eCash is an instant payment infrastructure accessible to all providers in the market for them to do what? To serve their customer. The target is umuturage, to access anywhere, every time, financial services and every services. Do you want to transfer? You're able to access. Do you want to make a payment? You're able to access it. Do you want to receive or send money to your parents sitting somewhere in a very excluded remote area? You are still able to do that. So that's how digitization is aiming to support the below the pyramid population.
And what opportunity do you see for the fintech startup innovation across Africa today?
So that now a very interesting question, because fintech has been struggling in our market because we have players like mobile money, MTN mobile money, Airtel Commerce or Airtel Money. They have done a fantastic job by establishing an ecosystem where fintech were coming. But mobile money is also in business. So fintech were accessing through their open API. But of course, since they're in business, they are also availing that infrastructure to them at a high cost, which makes it difficult for a fintech to come. But this infrastructure, which I usually call a public road, enable fintech to access the market infrastructure at a low cost. We have an open API which fintech can access at an equal requirement like banks. So this makes it easy for fintech that has ambition to establish in Rwanda to come and integrate.
How does eCash address cybersecurity and customer trusts in digital financial service, cybersecurity?
So we've We've integrated and enabled high-end cybersecurity platforms into it. We have a fraud monitoring tool that integrates financial institutions, of course, with support of banks. Because remember, transaction initiation and are happening from to receiving institutions. So they also have multi-factor authentication to make sure that customers are protected. So we are working jointly, collaboratively with financial institutions.
What do you see eCash expanding strategy priority in a few years to expanding the service on global region?
So the next move is, we go strategically. We've addressed the domestic problem. We are now addressing the global problem and the continental regional, I would say, because we've now started doing cross-border integration, where a Rwandan can travel in Kenya, in Tanzania, be able to buy coffee using money from his bank account without necessarily need of me. When I travel, I go withdraw a big size of amount of money, which puts me at risk of traveling with physical cash. So the idea is we integrate country, switch to switch, allowing the same cross-border conversation to happen everywhere you travel. You are able to complete your payment.
So what is your last message or your takeaway? Can you give the people who are attending this conference?
So the message is financial services, financial accessibility, financial inclusion is not a dream. Financial services is a utility. We've made it possible with a public road, which I'm calling eCash. Everyone can access. Financial institutions should build on it, use that road to make it accessible, affordable, and enjoyable to everyone to use, and build on top of it additional products for lending to serve better Umunyarwanda.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are there some challenges that you face, or how can you address them to the people who could serve them?
So challenge number one is any new products come with a need of awareness. It's a challenge which comes with an opportunity. So we are working with banks, we are working with mobile money issuers, mobile money operators to ensure that proper information are cascaded to the users. So awareness is being done, which is the biggest challenge, but at least progressively, as we work collaboratively with financial institutions, we are addressing it.